Welcome to my channel. In this video, I will tell you a Yoruba folk tale titled The Tortoise and the Elephant. You can read along and listen as I read out the story. One who observes and acts like a king, who eats and speaks like a king, is called a king. All kingmakers will point and call him king. This is why the lion is king in the land. Kingship is not by placing. A great event took place that is unforgettable. This captures the story of how the king lion commissioned the cunning tortoise. This story is popularly known as The Tortoise and the Elephant. At the time, a terrible famine was ravaging the land. There was no rain for 3 years. All the forest trees dried up and the grasses were scorched to the ground. There was no food to eat. Even the king lion could not feed regularly. The king was sad and he became sickly. He sent for the soothsayer, the jackal. The jackal arrived and split kola nuts for divination. He turned out his divination beads and hailed the lion king. He proclaimed the king must sacrifice a live elephant right in front of his palace in order for peace to return in his lifetime. A live elephant had to be brought in to be killed in front of the palace to save the whole land. The king thanked the soothsayer and sighed. Worried that it was an impossible task, loudly he queried the task of bringing an elephant to town. By whom? And if the elephant was brought in, who could kill an elephant? The soothsayer said, when they have an elephant, he should be contacted. The king with a heavy heart asked his wife how he should get this sacrifice done. She advised he call upon his chiefs to appoint an elephant hunter to get an elephant from the forest. A hunter arrived and ran around, scraping his cutlass around the grounds, stirring a lot of dust. Pulling a guard off his hunter's garb, he swallowed it and spat it out as a ball of fire. He faced a bush cutter in the hedges, and the bush cutter immediately turned into roast meat. The hunter shouted and hailed the king while promising to go kill an elephant for him. The king said a live elephant is needed, but the hunter replied, no one can bring a live elephant. The lion shook his tail, but the tail was shaking the lion. The lion sent the town crier with a message. If anyone can bring a live elephant to the town, they will become the king's in-law. The king will give away his daughter's hand in marriage as well as a large fortune. The tortoise had the crier and bade farewell to Yonibo, his wife, saying, we have become very rich. Yonibo was happy and excited. Then Ijakwa spoke again. I am marrying a second wife, and she's the princess. Yonibo replied, laughing, when you are done deceiving yourself, you may cook up another lie. The tortoise arose and headed for the palace, where he met countless warriors who had arrived before him. Each would enter the king's hall and describe how they would capture the elephant with ropes, but they had no plan for pulling it into town. It's not possible to drag an elephant. Some would drag the elephant and carry it into town. Carrying an elephant's head is not child's play. Talk of carrying a whole elephant is near impossible. Several hunters came but their suggestions for bringing a live elephant was not foolproof. At the end, only the tortoise was left. It was nightfall, and the tortoise had fallen asleep, snoring. The chiefs woke him, and he went in the king's hall singing as follows: "We shall make the elephant king, ewekwewele. We shall make the elephant king, ewekwewele." The palace guards pulled their swords, ready to kill the tortoise. The tortoise spoke up, saying, "That's the song you will all be singing in 3 days from now." Dig a very deep and wide hole in front of the palace. Cover it with mats and place the king's throne over it. Everyone in town should be in party wears, rejoicing, celebrating, and singing. Those doing the sacrifice should be mingled with them, ready with their swords. I shall go to the elephant's habitat and inform him that we have chased the lion away from the palace. He, the elephant, is whom we all wish to be our king. All the wise ones and elders thought about this proposal and said, "It's the best so far." The king agreed to the wiles of the tortoise and ordered that this be carried out under the guidance of the tortoise. The tortoise asked for a bag of fried bean cakes to be prepared for him to offer the elephant. The others began to grumble, but he got this as the king had made him director of operations. At crack of dawn on the 3rd day, the tortoise, 2 courtiers and 2 drummers set out to find the elephant. They walked deep into the thick forest and finally they came to a clearing in the jungle. They headed for the elephant's abode. As soon as the tortoise glimpsed the elephant from afar, he bellowed, "Long live the elephant, our king!" He was singing, "We shall make the elephant king." The drummers refrained, "Ewekwewele. We shall make the elephant king. Ewekwewele. A king with a crown. Ewekwewele. We shall make the elephant king. Ewekwewele. We shall make the elephant king. Ewekwewele." The elephant heard and asked, "You mean me?" The tortoise responded, "Yeah." Then the drummers hailed him, "Long live the king." The elephant asked about the king lion. The tortoise told of how the town dwellers came to realize the lion had forever been killing and eating them and their offsprings. Yet, with the famine in the land, the lion has not stopped killing them. The tortoise added, "There has been very deep thoughts. We love you greatly, dear elephant, because as big and strong as you are, you feed on vegetation. You've never killed any of us. You drink water, while the lion drinks our blood. Our love for you is great, and we've chased the lion away. You, elephant, shall be our king. Listen with your big ears, and you will hear the shouts of jubilation, with drumming and dancing going on in town. You, the mighty giant that eats vegetation, are the one they are all awaiting to be our king. Long live, dear king." The elephant spoke to his wife, "I'm now a king." She told the neighbors. They all got dressed and followed the tortoise. The wild animals all followed the elephant, congratulating him for his good luck. The birds and the rodents went along. The owl looked in disbelief and said, "This is suspicious," and began to sing. "Elephant, don't you go, elephant, hear this, yeah, yeah. Elephant, don't you go, elephant, hear this, yeah, yeah. By this time tomorrow, elephant, hear this, yeah. You will be tired, elephant, hear this, yeah. Your blood will be spilled, elephant, hear this, yeah. I am suspicious, I am wary, elephant, hear this, yeah. The elephant heard the owl and turned to the tortoise, saying, "You're just deceiving me, you cunning tortoise." "You cunning tortoise, I'm not being crowned king." The elephant's wife turned round and ran back home with their children. All the wild animals came to their senses and agreed it was deceit. They left the elephant and tortoise, and the tortoise quickly brought out the bag of sweet fried bean cakes, offered it to the elephant, saying, "Here's proof celebrations are ongoing at the palace." He started to sing really loudly. "Elephant, come home and be a king. Erin, yeah, yeah, Erin, yeah, yeah. Elephant, come home and be a king. Erin, yeah, yeah, Erin, yeah, yeah. Come home and be a king. Erin, yeah, yeah, Erin, yeah, yeah." The elephant ate the fried bean cakes and forgot all wisdom and caution and weariness. He went along with the tortoise, cunning trickster, husband of Nyonibo. When the tortoise brought the elephant into town, he again burst into song. "We shall make the elephant king." All those in the town who had been anxiously expecting joined in response. "Ewe kwewele." We shall make the elephant king. Ewe kwewele. A king with a crown. Ewe kwewele. We shall make the elephant king. Ewe kwewele. A giant of a king. Ewe kwewele. We shall make the elephant king. Ewe kwewele. A king that eats vegetation. Ewe kwewele. It's never killed us for food. Ewe kwewele. We shall make the elephant king. Ewe kwewele. They went dancing and singing with the tortoise and elephant to his awaiting throne, the chiefs hailing the king. As the elephant stepped up to the throne, the mats collapsed into the pit below, and the elephant fell in. He saw the owl flying above and said, "Your caution yesterday was truth. To be wary is utmost protection. I am sorely tired." The cloth is too late for Omoye's modesty. Omoye has walked naked into the market. Too late for the elephant, he laid like a mountain and was killed as a sacrifice. What was left of the gullible elephant the town dwellers shared into their soup pots and ate. Soon the rains returned and the plants grew luscious. The famine was over. There was food for all. Peace times returned. The lion was hale and hearty. He offered his daughter's hand in marriage to the tortoise, along with great riches. So, the cunning tortoise, master trickster, husband of Nyonibo, became the king's in-law. Everyone in town came along to offer gifts and a kind word to the tortoise, in appreciation of the change of fortunes he brought to the land. Hence, the tortoise became a socialite in the land, because the famine had spared no one. That's the end of the story. What has this tale shown us? First, wisdom is mightier than strength. And secondly, be wary. Don't be gullible. Ask questions. This story is also available in Yoruba. You will see it at the end of this page, and you can watch that as well. I hope you have enjoyed these stories. Leave a comment and subscribe for more content, and see you in my next video. Bye.